Well, hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I got a gnat that's tearing me up right now. Just wanted to start off, as you can see, I'm down here where the concrete is that I talked about in the last video. Well, Robin let me know that when she watched the video that some of the info I gave on this was not correct. So I just want to do the correction, get it out of the way. The concrete did not come from the people down here that were doing our neighbors' footers. Robin just saw the concrete person down there, and man, this gnat is tearing me up. And asked him, because being formerly a construction worker, she knows that whenever concrete trucks are done, they always have a little left over. Generally, a concrete person will order just over what they need, or they'll round it off to the closest yard, because you never know, they might need a little bit more or whatever. So the trucks always have something to dump out. So Robin went down there and was talking to the guy, and of course he was like, yeah, because what they'll do is they'll run into jobs where they have to dump their truck out when they're done, and there's nowhere to dump it. A lot of people, like if he goes to a house, most people don't have anywhere to dump it, because once it sets up, it's a big old rock, solid rock. So he said, sure, do you have somewhere I can dump it? So she told him about up here. And he was like, okay. And sure enough, she said it was like a couple weeks later. So it wasn't that day. But a few weeks later, the guy, I guess he gave her a call. I think she gave him her number. And he said he had some. Now, this did come from up the road. They were doing some kind of commercial building, doing the footers, and or Robin thought they were doing the footers, and the person doing them did mess up. They only needed it turns out they only needed 1.5 yards, but they ordered 5 yards. So we got a lot of concrete there. Like I said, like 2.5, 2 3/4, something like that yards of concrete, and usually it's $200 something a load. That's what Robin said. So this is anywhere from $600 to $700 worth of concrete that we got here for free. And everything else I told you about is correct. Now, like on those footers down here, and for this mobile home they're putting in, it was just sand and concrete, but the stuff he brought was rock concrete mix, which is even better. So there's no rebar in it or anything, like I told you before. So I just wanted to clarify that so we can get everything correct. And this is Saturday evening. I did yard work, or some yard work, not all of it. It'll never be done. Just about mid-morning, almost noon, and then it's just got so hot today. I've been inside, and coming out this evening, and I'm going to do a little bit of tractor work up at the shelter. Well, I got some dirt that needs to be moved again, so I'm going to do that. It shouldn't take real long to do it, but I got something I want to show you. It's an update on my weed killer, grass killer test I did last week. All right, it looks like it has worked. I missed a couple little spots, like there's one there. I'll spray that sometime soon. Little spots here and there, but it's more or less killing it off. May have to spray some of this again, but what I'm going to do is weed eat it down. There's the edges I sprayed here. Everything's turning brown. Remember up there, I did all that. I still need to redo some of it, but a lot of it's brown. That big tall weed that I said wasn't dying, it's dying now. And then this over here was big and tall like a bush. Well, it's now falling all over where I can just go ahead and tear that. I'll wait for it to get as brown as can. I don't know if I got, I guess it looks like I got a little bit on them, but may have to get it better. So that was a success. All right, before I get on the tractor, when I came out of the house a while ago, up there where the awning is at, the blue canopy, that's where we park our UTV at. And when I started coming down, I come down, there's a little trail we come down this way. As soon as I went like 10 feet, a big old deer just jumped right out. It was in the garden and spooked it, and it jumped over to an old trail that I still want to open back up. Maybe doing that in the fall. But yeah, I love seeing them deer jumping around. They feel they're starting to get pretty comfortable with us. There's a mother that has 3 babies. The babies are starting to get pretty big now, but they usually hang out down there around where I just was at with the concrete. Around there, I think they're bedding down somewhere in there, or that's where they seem to have been coming from. So they usually come out in the mornings or right at dark. So I don't know if they will today because I'm getting ready to run the tractor for a little bit. So let's get busy. Now, something I'm gonna have to keep an eye on as I'm getting ready to start the tractor up here. I wanted to say that I got this mower deck on here, which it should be all right. I've got it at the highest setting. If I have to, I'll raise the wheels up just a little bit. But I haven't used it up here where I'm doing the shelter. It's never been on, but we need to have it on here right now. It's kind of a hassle to get it off and on. Not a bad hassle, but it is kind of a hassle. But I hope it doesn't hinder too much, because there's a lot of grade changes. But we're going to find out here. So let's get started. Okay, you can see, if you ever followed along with videos I've done on the shelter, you let me see, I'm just sitting there thinking, yeah, it's collapsed on this side more or less. I mean, not collapsed, but I mean some has fallen down, and you can see how long it's been since I've even worked on it with all the weeds growing in it. So all I need to do is clear it out. Well, I'd like to be able to get this side cleared out as much as that side is what I'd really like to do. But for this evening, we're just working on getting all this cleared out, and then that was there before, and then we will take it from there. Okay, I know my battery's getting ready to die on me, so I'm back to the old wall. I believe what happened was it fell down from right here. So now I've got a new shelf. So now, all the way around. So I think what I'm going to do is try to get the backhoe in here tomorrow, tomorrow morning, or sometime this week, and loosen this up. So I can, and then that'll be my the new back wall. Same on the front here. But I will bring my tape measure out, because all I'm wanting is like an 8x8 shelter, something for us to get into real quick in a storm. If we can use it for a root cellar too, that's fine. So I would like to have at least a 10x10. The front's probably going to be sticking out a little bit here. That's okay, but then the rest of it will be underground. And because I want at least 2 feet to work the idea we have. I'll go over that tomorrow, because I know my battery's getting ready to die. Well, maybe not. Yeah, it's getting ready to die. So we will see you tomorrow morning. We do have some stuff we're going to be doing tomorrow afternoon. So whatever I can get done in the morning, and then we'll take it from there. We'll see what's happening. See ya. Welcome back. I've got a few hours before I have to head out, so I'm going to see how much I can get done. I've done some measuring already, and where these two dirt shelves are at, if I just clear those shelves out, I have around 12 foot, which is more than what I want. I want 10x10, because my building's going to be about an 8x8, or that's what I'm wanting. So I want a couple feet to put the outside walls in, and then we're going to put black tar on it and to waterproof it, and then put the dirt in on the inside, or pile it up against the wall. The back shelf, same way. So where the camera's sitting right now, so right here, about 10 foot. So once I clear that out, another 1.5 to 2 foot, that's 12 foot. So actually I'm looking at a 12x12, which would be great if I can get it that. So, but we'll just have to see. I don't know. I don't anticipate having time to get it all done today. But at least we'll get a good start on it, because I really want to get the post in. I want to get the post in so I can start building the walls. So if dirt falls down, at least I won't have to keep doing this, because after I get started with the post, whatever falls down I'll have to clean up by hand, and that'll be really bad if I have to do that. And some of this stuff has been settled so long, because it's been a year, almost a year. I'm just going to say a year since I've been able to do anything on this. Other things have priority, which I still need to get a couple other things done also. But we do what we can. Okay, you can see by that last clip that, I mean, that wasn't even a bad one. I had a couple that have been worse than that, and I definitely don't want to tear up my blade guard. It's hard telling how much that would cost. Or not blade guard, but grass guard. Kind of laid it out, preliminary layouts. This is not squared or anything by any means, but I got a post here. I don't know if you can see these orange dots or not. Post here, here, and here. Those 4 posts will be in concrete. I don't know how deep I'm going to be able to get. If I can't get very deep, I'll have to put all my posts in concrete, which is still probably not a bad idea. I'm not sure yet, but I'll probably have a post every 2 foot. There's about 2 foot. There's about 2 foot. And so on and so on. So what I may end up doing is leaving the front open for now. After I gotta, so in other words, I gotta take, this is 2 foot off. This is close to 2 foot. That's definitely 2 foot. This side, I still have to take some off. I guess if I wanted to, I could get a medium, but I really want 2 foot so we can get in there and build our outside wall. So here at the moment, what the plan is, the plan at the moment is to use some of the metal siding that we got a while back. Not the black that you saw me put on the patio roof, but the other. And so what we'll do is we'll have all the posts in here, and we will put sheets of metal around it, screw it into the wood, paint it black as we go. Not paint it black, but put tar on it as we go, just so it's a little waterproof. And then we had the idea of, as we go, putting dirt in behind it as we go, as we build it up. One section dirt, section dirt. They're usually between 27 and 3 foot is what I don't know what these are, I don't remember. So that'll determine how we do the dirt. Eventually we're going to have to do it by hand, probably, to get in behind everything. Or if I can get my posts in the ground, all my posts, put them in concrete, and then do my at least the first row of metal, maybe the second row. I'd like to get it all done, but at least we can have it to where if dirt starts falling in again before we get it done, at least it'll just be going up against the wall like it's supposed to be anyway. So, but the plan is to have the post and then build the floor off of the post. Post will be in concrete, and then once it's done, it'll be totally enclosed in dirt. We're going to take 2x12s. This is the plan right now. 2x12s on top and half moon them. Have a rounded roof. I would like to just put plywood with barrier paper like you do on a regular roof. And then I'm guessing metal on it. But I don't think I'm going to be able to round the metal. So that I still may look at what to do on that. I may just take rubber and put over the plywood, the 1/4 inch plywood I put on there, put rubber on that. Consider that the roof. I'm not sure yet. But we know that roof is going to have a vent pipe, maybe 2. That way we don't have moisture collecting in there, condensation. It'll have a way to vent. The door, I'm going to have a door that is going to open in. And the reason I'm going to have the door open in is so with all these trees around here, if we do have to go into storm shelter for a tornado, whatnot, if we have any of the big trees fall down, we could still open our door while it's open in, so we don't want to get trapped to where we can't open our door. That would be a bad thing. So that's the plan for now. Right now we gotta be able to at least get the structure going. So I'm hoping that I could at least get another foot off of this, which I know I can. So I'll get another foot off of this, so a little bit more off the back wall. The back wall is not as bad as this side over here. This side is only about, right now, a little over a foot, about 1.4 feet. This is not going to be too bad. This is even less. Well, no, that's about 1.4 feet. So what we need to do to have 2 foot is get about another foot off. That's not too bad at all. This back here is right at 2 foot. This is already 2 foot. This is over 2 foot. So if I get this one corner off back to here, we will be good on our footage on the back. I've really, even though I could take it back to here, it's a waste of time for me. I'm just wanting 2 foot. So I'll take from here on around another foot. And that should be okay. Sounds like a plan, doesn't it? Now we just have to enforce that plan. So, all right. That's going to be all for this video. I'm getting ready to go check up on the pond. I may do a little footage on that, but I don't think I'm going to talk. So just let you see what it looks like. Since I'm already up here, I'm getting ready to go in and get a shower. And we've got more stuff coming up news-wise. Maybe I'll start another video for that. But this one here has been going on for a while. Let's just keep it at that. And we just thank you for watching. And I hope you're enjoying it. If you haven't seen anything on the shelter, I've got several videos already on the. It's pretty much just me starting this. And if you haven't seen any of it, I've dug this bank used to start right here. So I've cleared all that out over time with the tractor and the loader bucket and the backhoe. I've got some with the backhoe. I was going to do the backhoe. I don't think it's going to be necessary. I can do it all with the loader bucket. The reason is I can move in and out quick. With the backhoe, you have to change your driver's seat. You have to set it up, and it does good, but I don't think it's going to be necessary for this one. So we thank you for watching. See you next time. Have a great week. Have a great weekend. God bless. We'll see you.